Hello, my superstar. I'm Sin, and if you're here on this video, it's because you want to understand how you can use scripting to manifest the life of your dreams. I love scripting. I use it all the time. I've used it to manifest many things. I've used other methods too, but it's one of my favorite methods. J-Ryze taught me how to use it. J-Ryze actually changed my entire life, and he taught me how to use the law of attraction. Jay is a beauty, love, and better sex coach. And today he's going to dive deep in this video on the subject of scripting. He is going to talk about how to script better, how to use your emotions to give your scripting that emotional juice, that boost, so that you can manifest exactly what you want. Enjoy the video.
So you want to understand what scripting is. A lot of people think they understand what scripting is, but do they? Scripting is taking something from your imagination and making it a tangible reality. Now, you're not out there like creating worlds or whatever, at least not in full bloom, but it was started in your imagination, and now it's words on a page. Now it's something you can show off to others. Not that you're going to show your scripting off, but it's tangible proof of existence. So it's switching realities. Like, it's switching from an imaginary reality to a real reality. If I took two people, Jill and Joe, and Jill just kept everything in her mind, like, oh, I wish I had this, and I'd love to have that, and I'd love to imagine this, and I'd love to imagine that. The message that she sends to the universe is, these things aren't real. They're imaginary. They'll stay imaginary. No progress will be made towards making this real. I'm a powerless victim who just imagines things. I'm a dreamer. Whereas if I took Joe and he had the exact same fantasies and dreams, whatever, he wanted the money, Joe wanted the money, he wanted the car, Joe wanted the car. They both imagined the same things, but every time he imagined it, he took a second, he sat down, and he wrote it out with his own two hands. And he's like, this is reality. This is happening. This is becoming. This won't just stay in my imagination. This will manifest. This will become real. And it's already started, because now I have a little story about it. Now I have it planned out. I have all the details written down. It's kind of like if you have a to-do list on your fridge and you don't take it with you, or a grocery list on your fridge and you don't take it with you, what happens when you get to the store? It's like, I didn't manifest what I wanted. I didn't quite get what I had in my head. And I get home and we're out of garbage bags, or I forgot toilet paper, or I got the fish, but I didn't get the sauce. And it's like brutal. But if you write down that list, first of all, if you write down that list, you have much higher chance of remembering it, and like a much higher chance of it actually manifesting into your fridge. Second of all, you can take that tangible list with you wherever you go and refer to it anytime a detail slips your mind. Like, this is the power of writing, of scripting. People use it all the time for important things. You go to a college lecture, you take notes. You don't have to take notes, but if you get that feeling like, this is important, I should probably write it down. Why do we do that? No one goes back and looks at their notes. Like, almost never, once in a while. But why? It's because it makes it real. It solidifies that lesson in us as a person. Like, now I've written it down. Now it's fucking real. Now I own it. Why do I write down a grocery list? Because this makes it way more real. Why do people write down their reps and weights in a gym to see, or their weight loss or whatever, or their waist inches or whatever? Why do we track this stuff? Why do we write it down? Because it makes it more real. It makes it more likely to manifest. And the people who don't write it down, you can see they have a lot of trouble most of the time if they're neglecting the tool of scripting, of writing. You don't have to. I'm all about any method. You can visualize, you can imagine, you can talk it out with a friend. I think Goethe was famous for imagining a friend and talking out his dreams and imaginations and solutions and so on. But like Einstein wrote down a lot, you know? I'm just saying it's a pretty valuable tool worth experimenting with for yourself. And so scripting is taking something from your imagination and making it one step towards real. So once we understand what scripting is, the next step is to do it well. How do you script well? If I just write like, yeah, I am rich now. Is this good scripting? It could be. It's possible. That might work for some people. In fact, the better you are at manifestation, the less effort your scripts need. Someone who's really good at this, someone who has a lot of practice scripting, they started writing really long scripts about whatever and all the details, but years have gone by and they've gotten really good at it. And now they have a belief like whatever I write becomes real. Words make it real. Whatever I script happens. I actually have to be careful with this. I can't write too much, man. I'm really good at this. So when someone has that belief, the universe delivers. If that's what you believe, if you really believe that in your heart, you have proof of it, you have like knowledge of it, conviction of it, then when you write something, it's going to happen. And so there's a lot of people who are so good at this. Well, not a lot. There's some people who are so good at this that they can just write down, I feel happier now. And they suddenly feel happier. Or I got a new client, and like literally a new client pops up tomorrow or the same day or whatever. So it's possible for something like I am rich now to help someone manifest, to be a powerful script, but it's fairly unlikely because it relies on your skill and confidence at scripting, and most people's skill and confidence at scripting is low. So why would it work? It's kind of like how like someone like a pro tennis player could like, you know, with the flick of the wrist, just like send a ball sailing and like ace somebody on a half-ass serve or whatever. They just crush it. But it wouldn't be good to teach that to other people. Like, oh yeah, just flick your wrist, you'll be fine. This is terrible to teach other people because they're not that skilled and they don't have that much practice and confidence. And so if they tried to serve like that, they'd probably like break their wrist or something. They definitely wouldn't ace somebody. Same with scripting. Like, it depends on your skill and conviction and confidence and knowledge with this particular activity. And you have to be aware for yourself where you're at here. And if you're new or a beginner at it, then it's going to take way more work than I am rich now. It's going to take more effort and more practice. Just like a beginner in tennis who wants to ace somebody is going to have to get on the court and, you know, practice. Sorry. Like, that's how life works. I don't know. So if you want a magic scripting pill, that's probably not going to happen. It is a powerful tool and it is effective and you can get good at it. And the trick is, the main number one trick to scripting well is emotional juice. There's lots of ways to add emotional juice. Some people just add more details to their script and that works for them. As soon as they add more details, they start feeling way better about it and way more emotional. Like, instead of writing, I am rich now, they start writing details like, I live in a luxury condo with a concierge who tips his hat to me and knows I'm wealthy, and I have all the freedom in the world to go anywhere and do anything I please, and I can just binge eat restaurants all day, 5-star or Michelin star restaurants or whatever. I've got Porsches and yachts, and right, they add these details and then they start feeling really good about it. But other people add details to their script and start feeling crunchy and yucky about it, and like, I don't have that, and I don't have that, and I should never have written that. And you can ruin your scripting. You can do negative scripting, anti-scripting, if you're not good at it or not prepared and you add details that you're not ready for. So it's all about tuning into our emotions, because two people could write the same words with the same details. One of them's juicing up their scripting and they're going to manifest well, and the other one's writing it and making their life worse and getting poorer and getting worse, getting further from their manifestation. So how do we know the difference? Well, it's not the words, it's not the pen, it's not the paper you used. It's your emotions while you're scripting and the emotional juice you're creating with what you write. So for some people, they have to stay general and just write like, I am more rich in knowledge today than I was yesterday. It's like, this is very general and vague, but it's true, and it doesn't set off any emotional triggers, and it feels kind of good. Like, I am more rich in knowledge than I was yesterday. I learned something on YouTube today, and I practiced something, and I tried scripting, and I'm ahead of where I was yesterday. And so this more general kind of scripting can work for some people, but I can't, like, whoever's watching, I can't tell. I don't know which stage you're at. I don't know your internal emotions when you're scripting. That's on you, and it's really, really important to pay attention to it. Otherwise, your scripting could be a giant waste. Another way to add emotional juice is to write the why you want stuff or why you're manifesting stuff. So instead of saying, I am rich now, that doesn't add a lot of emotional juice. But if you were to write, I'm rich now because this makes me a better person. This makes me more resourceful and more capable and more able to impact society. This lets me do more good works, and this lets me help more charities, and this lets me support more businesses and spend more into the economy. I'm rich now because of this. I'm rich now because I'm learning manifestation. I'm rich now because I'm improving my manifestation skills. I'm rich now because that's an abundant thing to do. Someone who works on their own personal development or self-growth is a very prosperous, abundant person taking a prosperous, abundant actions. They're investing in themselves. And since I'm investing in myself, that's why I'm rich now. It's why, like, why? Because. Or if you don't believe you're rich now, then you can say, like, I'll be rich soon because of this and this and this and this, right? It's a different kind of scripting. Explaining the why of your scripting or of your affirmations or your desires or your story or whatever you're writing can often be a way to create emotional juice. But again, some people would attempt this as their scripting and they'd be all crunchy and yucky. It's like, well, I don't even know. I don't even have a reason why. Like, why am I rich? I don't know. Why is my crush liking me? Why am I manifesting my dream body? Like, I don't know why. And so now they all feel depressed, and it's like, well, dude, then don't do that. Like, don't write that. Don't think about that. Think about something else. Be more general and vague, like I said with the other example. Or maybe scripting is not for you, or maybe you need way more practice. Get in tune with your emotions again, and don't script things that feel. I feel like it's super basic, but it is surprising how many people script and they're like, I'm gonna get this right or whatever. And it's like, this is not the vibe. This is not how we script. You're scripting for the feeling of it. You're scripting for the emotional juice of it. You're scripting for the positivity of it, the joy of it, the fulfillment of it. And if you can't find joy and fulfillment in turning your imaginary dreams into reality on paper, you got some work to do. You got to find something else. Either got to fix that or take a different approach, like use a different method than scripting. But that's all there is to it. If you can't figure out how to feel emotionally positive about scripting, then you're screwed. I hope that explains what scripting is, like, better than just like, oh, write stuff down. And I hope it explains why it's powerful, why this sends a message to the universe. And I hope it explains the nuances and the ins and outs of being good at it, of how to get the ball rolling and how to practice it. You may have to practice a little bit each day, or you may have to practice like all day long, or you may have to avoid the method entirely because it just does not resonate with you. But whatever the case, it's something for you to sort out. No YouTube video and no LOA teacher out there is going to be able to sort this out for you. It's a personal internal thing that relies on your personal internal emotions. You have all the power to get to the bottom of this for yourself. I believe you're going to have a great scripting journey or find out it's not for you. But either way, you're ahead of the game. I appreciate you. Keep rising.
Hello, my superstar. I hope that you loved that video as much as I did. I hope that you got some new insights to scripting and you understood everything that he said so that you can amp up your scripting too, so you can manifest the life of your dreams. If you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss any of our videos. We upload twice a week. We really appreciate you for watching. If you have any questions about scripting or manifesting or law of attraction or anything you want to ask, please feel free to leave it in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Or you can send me an email. My email is in the description and at the end of the video. Or you can join our private manifestation group on Facebook. It's called The Sky. The link is also in the description below. We really appreciate you. We believe in you and we love you. Keep rising.